Hi everyone, welcome to Mechanics of Music. My name is Caitlin and we are on a journey of our first 30 lessons on the ukulele. Today is day number 2, but I want you to pause this video if you don't already know how to tune your ukulele. Go watch the video that is linked or is in the description on how to tune. I walk you through step by step getting the ukulele to sound great and beautiful, because that's really important before we dive in to today's stuff, which is how to make your first few chords. Let's do it. In the booklet, we are on page number 4. We have a nice chord chart. First thing we need to know is that our left hand, every finger has a number. This is finger number 1, finger number 2, 3, and 4. If you've ever learned the piano, your thumb is finger number 1. So I want you to forget everything you know about the piano. Well, not everything. Some stuff is useful, but that stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, our strings also have numbers and they have names. This is string group number 1, 2, 3, 4, going from the floor up to the sky. And those strings are A, E, C, and G. I tend to think about the strings going the opposite direction. So G, C, E, A. Good cats eat always. Or a new one I heard, gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon. Good caterpillars eat apples. Anyways, there's plenty of those in mnemonics to help know the string names. So we have a lot of little grid boxes on this page. First one in the top left there we see has a big letter C above it, and then there's a little grid, and it's showing us basically a picture of our ukulele if we hold it like this. So we've got the nut at the top there, and then this space here between the nut and the first fret, that's called the first fret. That's like the first fret space. Then we have the second fret, third fret, fourth fret, fifth fret, etc., all the way to 18. And these frets are here because they tell us where to put our fingers. We're going to put our fingers always between the frets. We never want to be on the fret. We never want to be too close to it. We want to be kind of right in the middle of the fret. And what we're going to do is push our finger down on the string in the right fret using the right finger, and that's how we're going to make our chords. So the first chord there is called the C chord. Now don't be confused between the C string and the C chord. A chord is when we strum all 4 strings. The C string is just this one string. C string, C chord. So the C chord, if we look at the picture, is showing a number 3 in a circle. That means use your third finger. So 1, 2, 3, and we're going to go to the third fret. So this is the first fret space, second, third. 1, 2, 3, third finger. And what I'm going to do is push my finger down on that string. So try just plucking just that string. You want it to ring nice and clear. If you hear this, that means you're probably not pushing hard enough. That means the string is dead. If you're right on the fret, you might hear kind of like some buzzing. That means you have to readjust your finger. You want to be right in the middle. So that's where my third finger, the third fret, and I'm on the A string there. We can see the little picture has the 4 lines going vertical. Those are our 4 strings. And the lines going horizontal, those are our frets. So let's try pushing our finger, third fret on the A string. It's nice and clear, and now let's strum all 4 strings. If you've chosen the way to strum, you can use your thumb, your finger, or your whole hand. Let's use our thumb for now, or that's what I'm going to use anyway. So we'll go down, 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 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. Let's learn our next chord. The one right beside C is called C major 7, M-A-J-7. This is a really pretty chord, and it's also pretty easy. It's only one finger again. So if we were on C, all we're going to do now is we're going to move to our middle finger, and we're going to go to the second fret of the A string. Finger 1, finger 2, and I'm going to go fret number 1, fret number 2, and I'm going to push down. Let's just check. Good, it's ringing nice and clear. It's not dead. There's no buzzing, so that's good. And now I'm going to strum all 4 strings. C major 7. This is the sound of the chord at the beginning of Space Oddity. Very dreamy. We'll do major 7. But anyways, more about chords later. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, 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 down. Awesome job. Our next chord, let's keep going, C7, is first finger, first fret of the A string. Good, cats eat. Always A string. We're going to push down, make sure we're getting a nice clear sound. There's our C7, and I'm going to strum all 4 strings. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, 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 down. Beautiful. Now with all these chords, I am pushing with my thumb in the back of the neck. So I'm kind of clamping with my finger and my thumb, like this. I don't want to be really high up on my palm, and I definitely don't want my thumb underneath. You want your thumb to push, just like that. Okay? Now another thing is that my wrist is very straight. I don't want my wrist to be out like that, and I don't want it to be up like this. I want it to be very, very relaxed, straight. Everything is super relaxed. My shoulders are relaxed, my hand is relaxed. A lot of times we tend to push a lot harder than we actually have to push, so we don't need to do the death grip here. You'll find you don't have to push as hard as you think, so experiment. Try pushing a little less hard and see if the string still sounds clear. And then you want all your other fingers to, again, be relaxed. My other fingers are just hanging out here. They're ready in case they're needed for the next chord. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go through those 3 chords. We're going to strum each of them 4 times, and then we're going to switch to the next one. So we'll start on C. We'll strum it 4 times, then we'll switch as fast as we can to our C major 7, which is the 2nd finger, 2nd fret. Strum it 4 times, then we'll switch again, 1st finger, 1st fret, and we'll strum that 4 times. Let's do it together. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome job. Pat yourself on the back. You just learned how to play your first few chords on the ukulele. Now, this kind of sounds like the Beatles song, Something in the Way She Moves. But we want to finish this because a lot of you Beatles fans out there know there's something else that comes after this. So let's go to our next chord, which is called the F chord. Now this one, you can see it's already getting a little bit trickier because we have to use 2 fingers at the same time. So if we look at our chart, we're going to use our 1st finger and we're going to use our 2nd finger. Now we're going to start with our 1st finger, and this time we're going to go on to the E string. So the 2nd one from the floor. Good, cats eat. So there's our E string, and we want to use our 1st finger in the 1st fret. So we're going to push down there. Again, we just want to check that note. It's nice and clear. Good. Our next finger is our middle finger, our 2nd finger, and it's going to go to the 2nd fret of the G string. So good. This is our G string. 1, 2, 2nd fret, and we're going to lift it up and push it down. So there's what my F chord looks like. Now once again, my wrist is straight. It's not up like this, and it's not out like that. And my thumb is pushing into the back of the neck. Some people like to have their thumb over top like this. That I think is fine. And the most important thing is that the chord is ringing nice and clear. So we're going to go one by one, strumming each string. We want to make sure each string is ringing clearly. Now we might hear something like this. All dead. So what that means is we're just blocking the strings from vibrating with our fingers instead of pushing hard enough. And the other thing to be aware of is now this finger has to curve has to curve around all the other strings. And same with the first finger. So it has to be only touching that one string. You can't touch any other strings. So the hardest part about chords is making sure that they ring nice and clear. And you push nice and hard in the correct fret. The other challenging thing about this is changing as quickly as you can and making sure that you get to the next chord right by the time we're going to do the next strum. So let's practice. I'm going to use my thumb to strum, and I'm going to strum 4 times on C, then I'm going to strum 4 times on C major 7, 4 times on C7, and then I'm going to switch to F. Let's go. 1, 2, ready, go. Let's go again. Back to C. 1, 2, 3, 4, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, C7, 2, 3, 4, F. Let's go again. 3, 4, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, C major 7, 2, 3, 4, C7, 2, 3, 4, and F. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. So if you've got all that, let's try one more thing now. We'll do the same chords in the same changes, but we're going to do a down and up. So we'll do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So I'm going to strum down every time I say the number, and I'm going to strum up every time I say the word and. So let's go. 1 and 2 and ready, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C major 7, 2 and 3 and 4 and C7, down, up, down, up, down, up, F. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Let's go again. C. 1, 2, 3, 4, C major 7, 2, 3, 4, C7, 2, 3, 4, and F. 2, 3, 4. Amazing job. Take a little break, stretch out your fingers. Your fingers might be starting to hurt now. That's completely normal. You're going to get what we call calluses on the end of your fingers, which is just really tough skin is going to build up so that you can play these chords without it hurting. But it's going to hurt at first. And all you have to do, unfortunately, is practice lots and lots to build up that tough skin on your finger. Okay, my lovely ukulele stars, those are all the 4 chords we're going to do for part 1 of this video. So I want you to practice them a lot. Make sure you're strumming all 4 strings when you strum. Make sure there's no buzzing, there's no dead notes. Make sure that your thumb is pushing into the back of the neck. It's not underneath like this. Watch out for your wrist and practice going between the chords. Go back and watch the video again if you want. Practice changing between the chords quickly and start building up that callus on your fingers. If it's really starting to hurt, just take a break. Nothing wrong with that. Go have a drink of coffee or something, have a snack, stretch out your fingers, and then come back and practice a little more. In part 2, we're going to go through the rest of the chords on this page, and we are going to have lots of fun with everything. And I will see you there. You guys keep strumming, keep smiling, most of all, keep having fun.